Welcome to week 4 of Son Knows Best. Eli, you are starting to gain some ground on me, and I don't like it.
I gained 1 point.
You gained 1 point, but you gained some ground. Folks, I have 34 points. Eli has 30. If this is your first time joining us and watching these picks, just a quick rundown. We picked 5 games against the spread. You win those, you get 1 point. Then we go 5 blind draws. You win those, you get 2 points. I have 34 points. Eli has 30. We are both 10 and 5 against the spread, and then I have 2 more blind draws than he does to get the 34 points. So, week 4, but before we dive into week 4, we're going to do a quick recap of week 3. Eli, you, me, and the family went to the LSU South Carolina game Saturday in Williams-Brice, and all the chaos that was with that game. Game day, the chaos of the flags, the touchdowns being called back. Give me your synopsis of that game.
It was a very crazy, very hostile environment that we were in, and it was a very, very fun experience, to be honest.
It was
glad we won.
Yeah, I'm so glad we won. We did not celebrate that emphatically because we were in the belly of the beast. We sat on the west side right behind the South Carolina bench.
Gotta pick Arizona.
But we had some good seats, and we enjoyed our time, and the fans around us, for the most part, outside of a few choice words when calls were made against the Carolina Gamecocks, they were really good. They were hospitable. And we had a great time inside of Williams-Brice. Pre-game, Hospitable, yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
We had a great time inside of Williams-Brice, and it's always a place that I love going to games, especially at night games. They're a little bit better, aren't they, Eli, than the day games?
Yeah. It gets rocking, but it was really weird. We thought it was gonna rain, so I'm dressed in long sleeves, and it's just it was bad, man.
And then the sun came out.
Yeah, it was beaming on us.
Yeah, so it was a great day to be in Willie B, and to do it in going in as an LSU fan, being there with family. There were 9 of us there, spread throughout the stadium. It was just a really cool experience that we'll look back on for years to come. They got the W. It didn't feel like a W because of how bad they played, but coming from 17 points down and winning the game, first true road test for Garrett Nussmeier. He showed out, had some moments. He had some moments where it was like he's still a true freshman even though he's not. But LSU walks away with the win. They didn't cover.
That defensive line was just
for South Carolina.
They're very.
Yeah, that defensive line is going to keep South Carolina in some games this year and give them a chance to win. So kudos to the coaching staff there for not only getting those players, but then developing those players as well. So, like I said, Eli went 2-3 in week 3. I went 3-2. We are now even at 10 and 5 as Eli yawns over here. Folks, we're going to dive right into week 4. It is late on a Tuesday night. We're going to dive right into week 4, though. We have a really interesting ranked versus ranked game on Friday evening. Illinois travels to Nebraska. Nebraska is an 8.5-point favorite. Eli, who you writing down here?
I got Nebraska, man. I personally, last time, was Colorado ranked whenever they played them?
No.
They weren't? Okay,
no.
But they could have been ranked. Anyway, Memorial Stadium is a very, very tough place to go play in. It's a very, like I said, a hostile environment. And I think Illinois is one of those teams where they might be, 2-1, 3-0?
They're 3-0 as well.
They're 3-0,
yep.
But they didn't really play that many good opponents.
They beat Kansas. That was the only team they've really...
Okay. But then I feel like they're going to lose the game and then drop out and won't see the top 25 for the rest of the year, personally.
Okay.
And then Dylan Raiola is playing actually pretty well for a true freshman. So, I'm going to go Nebraska. That defense looks pretty good as well.
Okay. I think you're going to see a low-scoring game here. I'm not exactly sure what the over-under is set right now. Eli, if you could look that up for me, that'd be great. I imagine it's probably in the mid 40s, maybe high 40s. I would take the over. I think it's going to be a slobber knocker. I think it's going to be in the trenches where this game is won. Give me Illinois to cover that spread. I think Nebraska wins and moves to 4-0, but give me Illinois to cover that spread. 8.5 is a lot of points. I know Nebraska dismantled Colorado, but Illinois' got some big boys on the line. They're going to run the football, and that quarterback's been playing really well. And shout out to our boy Justin Stepp, who's coaching the wide receivers there at Illinois for Bert Bielema. And let's go with the Eli and I from Champaign, Illinois, to cover that spread. So if you go to I think it's on the ESPN app is the best way to get to it.
Yeah, ESPN did an app work for me, but I found it. The over-under set for 43.5 points.
43, yeah. So I that's low for a college game, especially in this day and age. But I would still go with the under there. I think it's going to be a 17-10 game, maybe 20-10, 20-14, something like that. Give me the under and give me the Eli and I to cover the 8.5 points. All right, moving right on. Another big test in the big house for the Michigan Wolverines. Sharon Moore has already made a quarterback change. He is moving on from the starter. He's moving on to Alex Orgy, who has gotten a lot of playing time early in the season.
I think it should have been the starter.
He's now the starter for this week, and they welcome the Trojans of Southern Cal. Eli, what you got?
This is very interesting because USC
5.5 points. Is that what that says?
Yes, USC's favored, and I think that they can win this game. I just don't think that they will win this game kind of like how Texas won this game.
Yeah, I agree with that.
This is a conference game.
It is.
So
Southern Cal's first conference game as a Big Ten member, going on the road to the Big House. It's an early kick.
I feel like Zach Branch will have a good game. A very good game. I just don't know if they win by a touchdown or not.
Miller Moss, who torched LSU.
Yeah, I think Alex Orgy struggles at his first game as a starter.
So you're going with who?
USC.
All right, give me the Trojans as well. Simple pick there. Too much offense and just good enough defense. And Alex Orgy, I know he provides that run-pass threat, but I think USC's got enough playmakers on that defense. And they are tackling a lot better. They look a lot better than they did last year on that defensive side of the ball. Shout out to that new defensive coordinator. Give me the Trojans to cover this one. And I think it might be kind of easy, too. All right. We're staying in. Actually, we're going to move to the Big 12. Got another ranked versus ranked game. So we have 4 ranked versus ranked games this week on the slate. Utah travels to Oklahoma State without Cam Rising. They have Zach Wilson's brother as their quarterback now. Eli, you going with the home pokes, or are you going with the Utes?
Yes, I love Oklahoma State. I think that is a very tough place to go play in. And there's something related to that in one of my blind draws.
Okay. And related to this game?
Related to this game.
Okay. Yes. Ollie Gordon, obviously. Utah has the people to match up with where Oklahoma State is strong. I love Mike Gundy. I love how real he is. He's got that status now as being one of the most tenured coaches in all of college football, where he can just say what he wants and people just go with it. Oklahoma State, for the last couple years, though, out of the gate early in the season, they struggle early in games. I know that Utah is got a new quarterback, but Mr. Wilson got to play last week as well. It's not like he's now coming into the fray for the first time. Give me, was it 3 points?
Yeah.
Kyle Whittingham can coach some football, people, and his teams have always knocked off people that they shouldn't have and always have shown up. Give me the Utes to cover that spread and put an OR beside it for an outright win in T. Boone Pickens Stadium Saturday afternoon. All right, one of the biggest games of the weekend. Everybody's talking about. College game day is going to be there. Eli's already written his pick down. We're going Tennessee at Oklahoma in Norman. This is a big game. Heupel's going back to Oklahoma, where he was the beloved child, led them to a national championship way back when. But he's kind of on the hot seat with those Oklahoma people just because he didn't show interest in the job when it became open a few years ago.
Booty transferred.
Say what?
Booty transferred.
Yep, that's exactly right. So Tennessee comes into town. They got a hot offense. They got a hot offense and a defense that has just been smothering people. But have they played anyone? Both of these teams haven't really been tested. Oklahoma has only been tested by the Tulane Green Wave, and there for a moment they were losing to them and ended up pulling away near the end. But Oklahoma is an 8-point underdog at home. The game is at night. Can that defense slow down Nico and that high-powered Tennessee offense? Eli, you wrote it down, but give me a little bit of insight into what you wrote down already.
I'm going to give you 2 words.
Okay.
Nico Alabalaba.
Okay.
And that's all I need to say.
That's all you need to say.
Yeah.
The ball comes out of his hand differently than other quarterbacks, like even Carson Beck, even
he's from Cali. He was
Cam Ward.
I watched him in high school throughout a lot of his junior and senior year in high school. He dominated. I mean, he dominated not only like the actual like for his high school, he also dominated in the 7-on-7 that was like nationally. And yeah, I mean, there was a reason why he was a 5-star. The reason why he was the best in the whole class, and
yeah,
just like you say, just the way he hit the ball, like
it comes out differently.
Yeah, it comes out differently, and it's almost better.
Yeah, give me Tennessee. I think they kind of boat race Oklahoma a little bit, like they did NC State. I think it may be close for
Pool wins,
half a quarter, maybe a full first quarter. But I think Tennessee puts it on ice early in the third quarter, and they walk away with a very, very impressive win. And if they do that, don't be shocked, because Georgia's off this week, Alabama's off this week. Don't be shocked if they move up in front of some of these teams because of how impressive that win will look come late Saturday night.
Yeah, they're already 6. I mean,
yep, exactly. So,
and this is an SEC game.
Yep, that's exactly right. So Oklahoma's welcome to the SEC moment. How do they respond? Yeah. All right, last game for our pick'em.
Especially with like the Georgia performance and how they performed.
Yeah,
so you never know.
Yep. Now for the last game of our pick'em, we got number 13 Kansas State, 7-point favorite at Brigham Young University. 10:30 kick Saturday night in Utah. Eli, who you going here?
I pick favorites for every single pick up to this pick.
Okay.
And, I picked against Kansas State last week, and I even said that they were going to be an outright win.
Yeah.
And that was one of the worst picks of the entire week.
You thought Arizona was going to be an outright win?
Yes.
Yes.
I picked against them, and I picked Arizona to be outright.
You're going with another favorite then?
No.
Okay.
I'm going to go BYU.
Okay.
Because it's at BYU, late kick.
Both teams are 3-0.
Both teams are 3-0. They're both looking for who could stay defeated or undefeated or whatever. And I think just BYU is one of those, like, underrated environments.
Rush yards for Georgia Tech quarterback Haynes King against Louisville. 68.5 yards.
Under.
Under?
Under. Wait, hold on.
Okay.
Just really quickly.
All right.
We'll check something. If it gets load. ACC, Saturday. Georgia Tech.
Can Georgia Tech come off the mat after losing to Syracuse? Still have a pretty good start to the season, but they play Louisville. Louisville's 3-0. Hasn't really played anyone.
I'm going to say under.
Under? All right.
He's averaging about 39.5 yards per game, so I'm going to say under.
Okay.
And this is a little bit harder of an opponent, so.
Okay. All right. Cam Ward, quarterback for the Hurricanes. Total yards
Over.
at USF.
Over.
At USF.
Over.
365.
Ooh, okay.
Over?
Over. I think he
Total yards, rushing in.
Yeah, I think he probably gets about 300 in the air, and then he gets the rest on the ground, maybe.
Okay.
I think that Cam Ward will win the Heisman this year.
Okay. You heard it here first, folks.
All
right. Florida, -5.5 at Mississippi State.
Florida minus.
Billy Napier still has a job as of this video.
And Mississippi State just lost to Toledo.
41-17. Cowbells might be ringing at half speed.
It was at Mississippi State too.
It was.
That's like the New Mexico loss to Auburn.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go.
Or you mean the Auburn lost to New Mexico?
Yeah. That
Florida,
game.
5.5.
I'm gonna go Florida. Hopefully they put DJ
Going
Lagway
UF?
in. Yeah.
To cover the
Hopefully
spread,
they put
all right.
DJ Lagway in, and I think Mississippi State's defense is not as good as Texas A&M's.
Yeah.
So I think
Okay.
that will work.
All right. James Madison
Hopefully the defense
travels to Chapel Hill to play the Tar Heels.
Oh yeah.
Total points is set at 47.5. Over or under?
I'm gonna take the over. I think this will be a little bit of a closer game. I don't think JMU will win this game, but I think it'll be a little bit closer, and it's
Okay.
gonna be kind of a shootout, kind of maybe who has the ball last.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Just
Now, I looked number 5 up because I was going to go a different direction depending on what it told me. But what's the kid from Boise State's name? His running back?
Ashton Genty or
Gianti or something like that?
Genty. I think it's Ashton
Genty?
Genty.
Okay, well, he is not the leading rusher in college football right now. The running back for Iowa is. And his name is Caleb Johnson. He has 479 yards in 3 games.
Okay.
Okay? Over under rushing yards for Caleb against Minnesota, 145.
Under.
Under?
Yes.
All right.
Yeah. Under.
He leads college football by about 7 yards
I
over
think
Ashton.
Minnesota will try and limit them because
Okay.
if you limit that, then I don't think Iowa has a offense.
Gotcha.
Besides their punter.
All right, let's roll through it.
My bad on that.
All right, what you got?
Got first one, pretty obvious. Does FSU stay defeated and move
State defeated.
0-4?
Okay, they're playing Cal.
Yes.
Yeah, give me the Bears.
Yeah. Does FSU stay defeated? So
Yes.
Also, by the way, if they lose this game, they have a very good chance of losing the next game against SMU, who is at right now 2-1.
Yep.
So, who wins?
Cal beat Auburn,
I know.
and I think Cal is better than Memphis. Memphis led the entire game against Florida State.
Yeah, I don't know. Okay, who wins for their first win of the entire year?
Oh my gosh.
So
Okay.
these are two 0-3 teams.
Okay.
UMass or Central Connecticut State University.
They play each other,
Yes.
and I believe
There's no
Central
spread.
Connecticut State is spread, or
Let's look.
it might be a pick'em.
UMass.
Is the game at UMass?
I think so, yes.
They're both winless.
Yeah. They played in basketball earlier this year. It's not what I want to look at, though. Let's see.
Wow, what a question.
I saw that and I just thought I had to put it on there. I do not see a single thing about. a
Where's the
spread.
game? It's
It's
at
at
UMass.
UMass. It is at Warren McGurk.
Can I see that real quick?
Yes, you can look at ESPN.
All right,
Okay.
so Central Connecticut State has won their last. Wait, they're 2-1.
No, they aren't.
Yeah, they are. It says they're 2-1.
Okay, well then I don't know why it says it said 0-0 on the.
That probably means their conference record.
They weren't even in a conference. They're division. They're an FCS school.
I don't know, but yeah, they're 2-1. They lost to Central Michigan. They beat Fordham, and they beat whoever SFPA is.
Hey man, let me think of another one.
Okay, well, let's move on to the other
Move
ones.
on. Okay, Ollie Gordon over under 100 and jeez, Ollie Gordon over under 100.5 rushing yards.
100.5.
100.5.
So 100.5
you need 101
and 1 against Utah.
against Utah.
Under.
Under. Okay. Okay. Does Arch Manning score a touchdown against ULM?
Are you like Quinn Ewers is out?
did not know that.
He's got an oblique strain. He's not playing probably until the Red River.
Okay, well, I did not know that.
So yes.
No.
Dang it! I should have kept it.
No.
I should have kept that in my back
I
pocket.
did not know that.
Yeah, Arch is the starter now. So you need 2 questions.
Oh, jeez. Okay. Does the punter for Iowa have more yards than their running back?
Iowa plays Minnesota.
Yep.
Does the punter have more yards? Yes.
Punter for Iowa. That is sad. Does the punter for Iowa
Yes. More yards.
4 yards
Yes, because he's a really good punter.
than the running back?
Yep.
There are B. Yes. Okay.
So
Who stays undefeated between Memphis and Navy? Both 3 though.
both 3-0.
Yep.
Games at Navy.
Game is.
It's at Annapolis. It's in Annapolis, I mean.
Yes.
Games in Annapolis.
Memphis is favored by 9.5.
Coming off of a big win against Florida State.
But Navy is coming off of a bye
Navy's coming off of a bye.
after just beating Temple.
But it doesn't matter about the spread.
No, I'm saying who wins.
Who wins? Blind draws are worth 2 points. Give me Memphis.
Okay.
Such a letdown game, though, it could be.
All right.
I'm going to regret that pick come Sunday.
Let me find something else.
All right, one more.
Jeez. I have to do my research.
Yeah. Yeah, next time you want to use Arch, you might want to just make sure. My answer would have been yes, even if Quinn was playing. My answer still would have been yes.
Yeah, because
he's going to get to play.
Yeah, he's going to get to play. They're going to be up by a lot. That's what I thought. So
He's really fast, too, that run he had.
Yeah, apparently.
UTSA?
There was some stat that he was like faster than
Tyreek Hill
or whatever, but I'm like, Tyreek Hill's like 36.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
They said it skipped a generation. It had Archie,
Yeah.
and then it skipped the brothers,
Eli
and Cooper and Peyton.
Okay.
Cooper was a really good player. He was going to Ole Miss on a football scholarship. Hurt his neck.
Let's think about this really quickly. That's not what I clicked.
Folks, while we're waiting on that, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you hit that like button.
Yeah, my bad, y'all.
And shoot that information out to your folks at SKB Picks.
Okay, this is
SKB Picks. Son knows best. Appreciate all of our loyal followers and people that continue to keep up with us.
very biased, by the way. I'm actually wearing the pants. So, I guess I could do that. Does MSU cover the spread against Boston College?
Ooh, what's the spread?
I think it's a 6.5.
What?
Yes.
It's at Boston College?
Yes.
Negative, Ghost Rider. Negative.
Yeah, 6.5.
Michigan State's going to win, but they're going to not win by more than 7. They have to win by more than 7.
Oh, okay, yeah. Okay. Cover the spread against BC.
No.
No. Okay. Well, I don't really care. As long
as they win.
Yeah, 4-0.
All right, folks. Do we have 5 for me? I know we had to erase a couple.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah.
All right, folks. That's it for week 4 picks. Tune back in next week to see how we did and catch up on week 5.
Let me get the bed.
Next week will be the end of September picks, folks. Enjoy it. We only got a couple more months left of it. Appreciate y'all. Have a good one.